I want to talk about slow practice. And slow practice is probably the most important way for us to practice because it allows us to be very deliberate. It allows us to listen very deeply to every single note and to be super aware of every single movement we're making. And there's no other substitute for this kind of practice. So I want to demonstrate using this example that you can see on your screen, hopefully, yeah. This is this is Maria Louisa, a very popular example. So the trick for practicing slow is quite simple. It's a bit of a visual trick, but it's very powerful. So you imagine the note values differently. So if you have quavers, as you can see in this first bar, you want to imagine those in your mind or written down as crotchets. That will slow you down by half tempo. If you want to go even slower, you can imagine them being written out as minims, which is half the tempo again. But this is much more powerful than just slowing down, because by adding that visual element, that visual aspect, it really encourages you to think about the music differently. So let's have a go through this. Here's Maria Louisa at its normal standard sort of pace. As we can see, we have crotchets in the first bar, quavers in the first bar and crotchets in the second bar. Okay, it goes by pretty quick, 2 bars, yeah? Usually when asked to play slowly, people will do something like this. And then I might ask, oh, can you play it a bit slower than that? It doesn't really get any slower. And if you don't get any slower than that, you would find it very difficult to make deep progress, to really solidify your movements and to listen to the music and control all sorts of elements of the music. So what happens if we imagine the music being written in half the value? How will we play it? So now the first bar becomes 3 bars of crotchets and the second bar becomes 3 bars of minims. Very, very different. Have a listen to the effect. So now we're starting to get slow, but we can get even slower by going to minims and then semibreves or half notes and whole notes. So this is what this sounds like. Can you hear all the space in between every note? Really, really, it's really nice. It's a nice experience to practice that way. So that's what happens there. If you imagine the notes being of a different note value, the original notes, slow them down to slower note values. You can half the note values, and it's a very, very quick way to slow down. You could even write out, as I've done here, you could actually write out the note values as I've done, which is a really great exercise. It's also really beneficial to actually count as well as you're playing. So this is really great for your rhythm, because if you can keep the same tempo, you're actually playing different rhythms, keeping the same tempo. You're playing very rhythmically as well. So if I start the first one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then the second example in crotchets, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And the last example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So try it out. Try out this practice method. You can apply it to anything you're playing, technical exercise, a scale, a little passage like this, and it will slow you down. If you do it in this way, you will slow down tremendously, and I think your practice will be much more deliberate. It's very likely that you've never actually practiced really slowly before, and if that's the case, you're missing out on something, and I hope that this will help you experience that. So if you want to learn some more practice methods, please join me this weekend for a practice boot camp. We're going to go through 12 practice methods. This is just one of those methods. We'll go through 12 methods, and each one can, I think, dramatically boost the effectiveness of your practice and help you to enjoy practice and see progress, almost immediately. When you do something like this, you should already see and hear some progress as you're practicing in the moment. You don't have to wait days and weeks. It is actually possible to make progress very, very quickly if you have the right methods to do so. So hope you can join me. There's a link in the video description. And thanks for watching here. See you later.